Hi guys, Adam here, and today I have got an interesting video for you guys. Now, I wanted to first of all thank you guys for your patience and just waiting for me to finish up the editing process for this and just kind of putting some special touches on my video. Now, as you can see, I am at the Galileo Observatory, guys. Now, why am I here? Well, seeing how our series is called Important Clue, Chiliad Important Clue, this guy's right here is like the center, one of the centers of our important clues. Now, just to kind of recap
Oh, my bad,
in our
homie.
series, guys, that we had went over the Ultras Camp Eternal Flame. We went over Andy Moon, guys, who has some very interesting things to say, as I had showed you in my previous video. And also, we also went over the Alien Hippie Camp, guys. There was a few interesting things I wanted to point out there. And we had also went over the Space Docker, guys. Now, it only seems right to go over the Galileo Observatory, guys. And there were some pretty interesting things that I wanted to point out. Now, as you guys know, a lot of YouTubers have just gone over this whole observatory, guys. Alright, now we went over these lines, these squares, and even these guys, these spider webs, guys. And to that, I will get on with later on in the video and why I think they are there. Yes, we do know in real life they are there, and Rockstar Incorporated, this Galileo Observatory is like renowned world famous.
My bad.
But I want to point out why Rockstar put this in the game, guys. All right. Now, one of the things I want to point out here is just these lines themselves. All right. Now, if we want to look where it truly starts, there is these little black squares right here, and then they have these lines. Just kind of go around here and then line up to where this little big golden square is, and then it goes right here to yet again another golden black little square there. And then, you guys, this is what I kind of want to point out too. Alright, you know how it goes around there and then it lines through here, and then it has what looks like this little egg. Alright, now I want to get into that in a little bit, but then it continues from there. Then it parts two ways, guys. It parts to the left, over here, to another square, and then it points out to, yes, yet again, the other square. Alright, guys, and then there was a few things right here. You see this is also different. There's a little silver square there, silver strip. Yet again, another thing. Alright, it's like an oval X thing, and it's silver, and there is another right here, this little black square. And then if you go over here, you guessed it, another black square, a silver strip, the egg, and then it continues on to another thing right here. Now, guys, my video today is about my theory on all this. Now, I want to just kind of like go over these lines again, but like I want you to kind of like pay attention, like all throughout this entire line, since it starts here, has, I'm sorry guys for the angle, this little line going through it, and it goes throughout like that the entire thing, and then it gets to like right about here, stops, and then continues as you see. And also, as you guys know, as I know many of you guys have personally checked this place out. Now, my theory on this, guys, alright, as a lot of people have stated, it is quite obvious, guys, that there are 3 squares, like 3 people should stand here. And if you guys had followed up with a lot of YouTubers and just, you know, the mural on Mount Chiliad, alright, in the center it has the egg, and a lot of theories, including mine, think that that egg is Franklin, guys. And then another thing, guys, is I also think that this other square here, guys, is where Michael is supposed to stand. And as you guys know, on the Mount Chiliad mural on the left, it is the UFO, guys, and I believe that UFO represents Michael for a lot of reasons. And if you want, you guys, let me go in the comment section below, and I'll kind of just go over my theory and why I believe Michael is the UFO. But I believe the majority public is indeed the UFO, like many others. Alright, now I want to go over this other square. When you guys go over this other square, alright, going back to the mural, on the far right, there is this little stick figure with devil horns and a jetpack. And I believe, for a lot of reasons, let me know in the comment section below, and if you want me to explain why, I think that is Trevor, guys. I believe he is also supposed to stand right here, all 3 aligning on the mural where they're supposed to stand here at the observatory. Okay, guys, now continuing on, moving on. Now, the reason why I wanted to point out the squares and the lines is because my theory, guys. And now, if you guys are just stumbling across this video, guys, and you haven't watched my any previous videos, and if you're a subscriber here, you guys already know that what I do, guys, is I present what's in the game, I present my theory, and I ask for your comments and your thoughts, guys, and we sort out the good and the bad, and that is how we solve the Mount Chiliad mystery. Now, guys, I think my theory is, guys, is that could possibly be a light that comes out that would appear all throughout this lines, guys. Now, another thing is when it runs to right here, well, what would that light hit? Well, to me, guys, alright, I think nothing has really been gone over by anybody at this theory, is that it almost looks like something is supposed to be right here, guys. And also, same principle, the box and everything, my theory being that be a light, and another thing that was supposed to be placed right here, and there is that light again, and then also, you guessed it,
Sure, of course, I understand. Life is crazy busy, believe me, I know.
Right over here, line, and then the egg. Another thing also looks like it's missing, guys. Now what's interesting is that these eggs, little looking things, right here on the observatory, is that there's one in every aisle, just as these areas are. Now, my guys, my theory is that each character, guys, is supposed to bring something here, guys, and place it right there. So for Franklin to be right here, and for Michael, his thing that he would have to bring is right here. Now, on the other side, same principle. You guys guessed it. Alright. Trevor's little item would be right here, and I covered that with everybody else. Now, what's very interesting is that each little square area, like I had pointed out, is that the square areas here where, like I pointed out in theory, they are supposed to stand. And then there's that object in theory that they are supposed to bring. Now, another thing I want to point out, guys, are these observatory doors. Guys, in theory, I think that these observatory doors are giving us clues, guys, into where to exactly find these objects in theory. Now, guys, some recent information has been brought to my attention, and there has been a big discovery found. And I'm not going to give anything away because we are still yet to make that video. But this thing is going to play a key into all this, and that's all I'm going to say about it because it is someone else's find that has been gone over with me and music video, but we are yet to make that video, so I'm not going to go any further than that. But I'll just mention that there is a big find that you guys need to be on the watch out for a video of. So anyway, guys, I think these spider webs, guys, are showing us areas to kind of like check, guys. So like, we do know for sure that there are 2 in the game that we have found, but these other ones, alright, now like, let's go over what has been found. You know, to me, that's the newest one. And okay, let's look for it. That one in the I want to say like the top 2. It's one of the top 2 was like the first one that had ever been found. But what's also interesting about these doors is that the bottom pair of doors are different webs. Well, not exactly. They're just in a different pattern, really. One thing that is missing from this top section, guys, that's on the rest of these little symbols, guys, is this right here. That's the one I believe had been found. And this right here. I mean, now I think that there could be more than 4, but in just theory, guys, I think that these spider webs are showing us areas to kind of look for these trigger objects. And this discovery, guys, that was found, that I kind of mentioned, is there's something that I will point out later on in maybe a future video, but this discovery kind of correlates to where one spider web is, and I think it's going to play a big part of it. But again, it's not my video to do yet, and it is not my discovery, and out of respect to the person who found this, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, and then I'm not going to give any further detail into what I have just gone over, out of respect of the discoverer and music video, because the 3 of us are kind of going to do a video together and go on from there. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and go to Mount Chiliad itself. Alright, guys, before we go right over there, I just kind of like want to point out something. Look at the top dome of this observatory. You want to see that like way in the background, like that mountain in the background? That is Mount Chiliad, guys. And to me, that looks like it has a straight shot to the top of Mount Chiliad, guys. Now remember, everything in this game has purpose, has meaning. As you can hear, there is like karma music I went over in the previous video, guys. Now, it is key, guys. Just pay attention to that, and I'll go over why in a minute. Okay, guys. Now, the reason, guys, I'm at Mount Chiliad is because I want to point out a few things. As I pointed out on my way up here, the top dome to the observatory has like a straight shot, like a straight, you know, great view of the top of Mount Chiliad in the distance, guys. And why is because something happens here, guys, and I know of what it could be, guys, and it kind of goes back to that discovery I kind of like hinted on. Alright, now look, I want to show you this mural. Alright, I want to point out again, like I showed you guys. Alright, with Michael, the UFO, the egg, I believe to be Franklin, and the devil with the jetpack, I believe to be Trevor. Alright, and one of the things that is like key is, look right here. Alright, if you guys remember in my previous videos, how I gone over like the aliens, symbol, guys. I believe, that to be a UFO symbol, because based off the loop, the straight line, and the inner double loop in the middle, just like the ones that are at where UFO, like I showed you guys at the alien hippie camp, guys. Alright, and it too is also red, which I also, believe to be indicate that it appears here. And we do know for a fact that the FIB UFO hologram also appears here. Alright, I believe that is all key into what's happening at Mount Chiliad, guys. Alright, now, I also want to point out this lightning, guys. It has meaning, alright? We do know Rockstar put stuff in this game to kind of like throw us off in this mystery, guys. But I believe it also serves a purpose into solving this mystery, alright? We know that time, we know weather plays a key role, guys, and like, if we go down here, we do know that for a fact a black spider web appears right here, and I'll show that to you guys right now. Alright, guys, it is now 1:06, and as you can see, you guys know about this, the black spider web, and I'll just kind of like, there you go, there's a spider web right here, guys. Now, kind of like, going over like what I wanted to point out, guys. Alright, I think that this is also like an indicator, like a clue, like what I was pointing to on, the observatory doors, and like my theory, guys, of like something is supposed to be placed there by all three characters. Alright, now again, it's just a theory, guys, but I think it's, worth looking into, guys, because there are a lot of things in this game that we don't know. And just to kind of like go into further point, alright, guys, it's been 2 years since this game came out, and it seems like every day there's another video by another YouTuber that, basically shows us new shit, guys, new stuff that's being found every day. So who's to say that it's impossible, guys, to just like think that we haven't found a trigger object to bring with these three characters to the observatory, to the points that I had showed you. Now let's look at the area, just kind of like investigate it a little bit. Now I'm not going to show you that in my little research and everything, findings around here, because like I said, something that was found here was not my finding, and out of respect to the person who discovered it, I'm not gonna, just blab it out yet, because I want to incorporate him into the video, as well as, music video, because he wants to be part of this, and he should be part of this. And it's not just him wanting to. I think he has some pretty big input, on what this discovery could mean and everything. And I just think it's important to have all three parties a part of this, because, it's just a respect thing, guys. Alright, now let's go to the next spider web that we do know about. Alright, guys, we are here at the other spider web that we do know about, guys. Alright, and this was the newer discovery, guys, but it just shows you guys that just because this game's been out for like 2 years now doesn't mean that there is not new things in this game to be discovered. Alright, another thing I wanted to point out, guys, is that look at the surroundings, guys.
look up, guys. All right, look all around you guys. There is plenty of things to be explored and just like furthermore researched, guys, because if you listen to what Andy Wood said about the sky, alright, he talked about how the messages in the sky, and music video, he did a video about how the lines, you know, like kind of cross in the sky, alright, and you guys can go check him out. He is featured on my channel, guys, alright. Now, another thing, guys, alright, I want you guys to remember, guys, it is just theory, guys, alright. If you're just like stumbling across my channel, and you guys, you know, if you're my subscriber, you guys know this is how I do it, guys. I present the facts, which is everything in this game. I present my theory. I let you guys develop you guys' own. We share it below in the comment section below, and we weed out the good and the bad, and that is how we solve the Mount Chiliad mystery. Now, guys, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. But just remember, guys, it is not totally impossible, guys. And just remember, there are many things in here that we're just simply overlooking. And personally, guys, it is my theory that there are things, trigger things, that each character has to bring to the observatory, where I pointed out in this video. Now, guys, if you would give me please a simple like, and I will get this video, guys, out for you guys. Now, I appreciate you guys being so patient, and I want to apologize for taking so long, guys, and for getting this video out, but it just takes time to edit. It takes time to go over details and just refilm scenes and just like go over things that you think you have missed or hadn't just gone over, and just double checking to make sure these videos are right, guys, just to make sure that they are feasible videos, alright? So it's not like I'm sounding like a, some noited out hippie twerking on some acid and stuff, and just, I want you guys to look at what I've pointed out in the videos and just make sure that you can follow along to my theory, guys, and my theories make sense. So that's why it takes so long. It took especially this long for the video to get out, guys. It's not like I'm struggling for ideas to get the videos out, guys. It's just research, editing, and making sure things are right, guys, before I put them out. So again, I apologize for it taking so long for it to come out, guys. So again, I just want you guys to remember my theory, the possibilities, and I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. So until next time, guys, peace.